just one season at UVU after transferring from Penn State, David Evans has had a major impact for the Wolverines with double figures in wins, 6 of which have come against ranked opponents. He's currently ranked as high as number 8 in the country at 149 pounds. A social work major with 3.93 GPA. Ladies and gentlemen, senior David Evans.
And this is the thing, always know where you're at. Yeah. I get that all the time.
Yeah. And then you have to click out on it first.
Jack Ford has won 55 matches in the UVU during his career and has found himself in the rankings this season after earning consecutive ranked wins in January during the best season of his career. A chemistry major with an impressive 3.99 GPA. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Jack Ford.
Raked up. Okay, that should be a good matchup. We should win this one. This one we should win. And this one we should win, but you never know. Oh wait. I thought that was a ranked matchup.
No, they changed it.
With a 3.84 GPA.
Okay.
Tanner Rottinger
Alright.
has expected 20 wins as a Wolverine.
No, yeah, they do that so that you don't. Yeah, it's a month away. So.
25 seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Tanner Rottinger.
Yep. The familiarity, it's real. It's a real thing. Like, I've beaten a kid that not knows whatever, and then I go back, 2 months later, what's the kid name? Like 4 to 1. Wow. Because they figure out what you like. And then, so your favorite stuff is gone.
They have to find new stuff.
Yeah, you have to come up with new stuff. Or you got lucky. There's things that happen that won't happen the second time.
You capitalize on their mistakes.
He has 31 career wins as a Wolverine, with his best season coming in the 2022-23, when he won 13 matches. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Yusuf Lilly.
He almost looks like you. He's got the same. He's got that and the face, the jaw, and everything. Just has better hair.
Tanner Lockhouse is the longest tenured senior to be honored tonight. An education major with an impressive 4.0 cumulative GPA.
Luke's up and
joined the Wolverines in 2020 and is a 2-time academic All-K-12 honoree.
That's not
and
Tanner.
owner of 41 career wins in a UVU season. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Tanner Lockhouse.
Look at the picture that was just. Oh, there he is. Good old Cody. I didn't know Cody was here.
In his 2 seasons in Orem, Richard Wicks has been the starter at 125 pounds and earned 23 wins. The business and analysis major has been ranked.
The only time you use their first name initial, like age, is if their brother is also in
Ladies
there.
and gentlemen, senior Richard Wicks.
What happens when you have the same first initial?
So then it's the first 2 letters.
before moving down 2 weights to compete at 157. This season, the academic All Big 12 selection has a career-high 13 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Mark Dakota.
Here. And then it's 1, 2, 3, Gray. Okay.
Wolverine fans,
So our
please
breaks
join us
are
in thanking
video.
our seniors for everything
go to
they've given
ads.
to UVU wrestling.
Video.
Their impact on this program will be
All
felt
2
long
minutes
after
except
tonight's final whistle. Once again, let's hear it for our UVU wrestling seniors.
This is an
with
old
a
program, so
well-deserved
you
round
just
of
have to
applause.
know where you're at, right? There you go. There you go. Okay, this one is only, you only play these when,
Fans, the Big
these are the
12
same ones,
Conference
so be
and
careful never
Utah
play them
Valley
back, because
University
there's one extra
promote
out.
good sportsmanship and fair
Some of
play
these have the
from
wax.
coaches, student athletes, and
Yeah, like that one,
fans.
let's remove that one.
Please join us in promoting good sportsmanship and supporting these student
One more
athletes
in there.
in a positive manner. Thank you.
It's this one.
Tonight's officials are Donald Wigan and Kevin Looper.
I have new ones, but we only got one more of these on this system.
So once we're done playing all these ads, what are we gonna do? Not gonna do it again, or?
You won't. You won't. So when we go to the big halftime one, the 10-minute one,
Yeah.
you just play as many as you want
Okay.
until we're ready to come back. It doesn't matter. And once again, you just play the same ad over and over if you only have that many.
Yeah.
So yeah, one break, 2 minute.
Okay. Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right?
From the heart of Utah and a miracle in the valley, welcome to Lockhart Arena on the beautiful campus of Utah Valley
Wrestling fans, welcome to Utah Valley University, where the Wolverines host North Dakota State University's Bison. We got Wolverine versus Bison wrestling tonight. I am Sam Allen, joined here by Chasen Tolbert. Chasen, what's up?
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're
Ezekiel Witt. So that's going to be, we're going to start with some firepower there. Opportunity for an upset for Utah Valley.
Yeah, Witt having a really good season. Bridger Ricks also on a tear. He's upended some. It looks like they're sitting out their stud at 49.
I just noticed that. Yeah, they made a change. You know, who knows why? You know, sometimes they'll come and weigh both wrestlers in, but you know, you look up and down the lineup here. Again, Utah Valley, 6 wrestlers ranked in the top 30. South Dakota State's got 3 or 4. So,
hey, that's a good stat. 6 wrestlers ranked in the top 25, 30. That's the first time this has happened at UVU since 2019, having 6 guys ranked. So there's some progress being made. A lot of gritty athletes, and not all of them getting graduated out this season. So looking forward to just the continued growth and seeing what these guys can do as we come down the home stretch of the season and into postseason.
I've always said, Chasen, there's one thing about, being an outstanding athlete or wrestler coming out of high school, and there's another about getting in a program, contributing to a program, starting in a program, and finishing in a program. Dude,
yeah.
It's tough, dude. It's a long haul for a lot of these guys, whether they redshirt, injuries, they face injuries. To be a senior and to put their full eligibility out and hang it all out there, it's very cool to see, and an honor to honor these guys tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely a marathon. You see, like, in youth sports, especially youth wrestling, you see dads get oftentimes a little bit heated when they're little kids. Like, they're traveling all over the country, making them wrestle 100 matches a year. It's like, well, hopefully he still likes it by the time he's in middle school or high school or college, because it happens. So, but yeah, and it's a blessing to be able to 5-6 years in college. It's been compared to like dog years on your body, just getting wrecked every day in the room and going out and competing. Just it's a combat sport.
Getting down to the last of our announced lineups, the Midwest all the way to the East Coast. Flights got canceled, roads were snowed over. There was no way that there was going to be a duel. So that duel not only has been postponed, but it will not be rescheduled this year. Bummer for us. I always like to see us match up against the toughest. And, man, Oklahoma State is looking good being coached under Coach David Taylor.
Dr. Kyle Reyes serves as Vice President of Institutional Advancement at UVU. During his 22 years at UVU, Kyle has served as the VP of Student Affairs.
Like we said, we will start at 125 pounds. Number 30 ranked Bridger Ricks going up against 19 ranked Ezekiel Witt.
Next week, UVU will be traveling to the Air Force Academy there in Colorado Springs, February 13th. So make sure to tune in there. And February 15th, wrestling Northern Colorado up in Greeley. So road trip to Colorado next weekend for the Wolverines. Witt and Bridger Ricks, both kind of stockier athletes at 125 pounds, 5'2". Witt, no doubt, training under Oe Blanc, another lightweight. I'm sure he's getting tons of good mentorship in the room there. Just sitting out as a redshirt freshman, already ranked 19th in the country. He's on a really good trajectory.
We'll see if Rick's tenure, his seniority, his experience, if that's the difference here in the match tonight.
It's time for Utah Valley Wrestling.
Bridger Ricks, local product coming out of Perry, Utah, wrestled for Box Elder High School. 4-time state champ. Took the junior college route before transferring to Utah Valley.
Both guys, I mean, Bridger with a collar tie. Ooh, a nice high C, but not enough penetration. Inside trip, and then, oh, man, a little bit of a flurry there. Inside trip almost to a throw.
A lot of action went down in that exchange.
We were talking about this before, about an inside trip. There's a lot of commitment that goes to, like, fully executing, and it's kind of strange when you don't see it fully come to fruition, right? Because it's a full step in, you know, and you're pushing through your opponent. You know, 1 foot intertwined. That tight ear to ear, and Witt just had enough pressure to kind of throw that elbow by and go into a high C opportunity there. But now we're both again kind of back into this ear to ear tie at the edge of the mat. Bit of an elbow pass and then a snap down.
Coach Hall oftentimes saying, turn his ear, getting that angle. When you look at these guys on their feet, just trying to vie for position there, and there's a lot of hand fighting going on, but you gotta get an angle first.
Another elbow pass by Witt. Yeah, I mean, I've told young wrestlers this, you know, as you coach and tutor, but when you're ear to ear, it's, man, you gotta do a lot to clear that off. Now Bridger's in a deep underhook, because if you got that straight on forward pressure, you know, getting that angle, turning that ear, as you said, that's where a lot of opportunities open up for you. Deep underhook, or digging for a deep underhook. Witt has it here on the left-hand side. Drops his level, nothing there though.
Short time.
Oh, shot, nice. Oh, man. Well timed, just to drop down to a low single leg right there. And just time, that was happening right as time expired, so not enough time.
It's going to be Rick's choice, choose bottom going into the second period. But yeah, between last season and this season, I know the focus with Rick's has been getting to his offense on his feet, and there's been a huge difference. We'll see if it comes down to takedowns this match.
Nice job coming up on his feet. I've been seeing this a lot more this ride, where if somebody jumps up to their feet, you go tight to the side, and there's like a lace in between the legs and a trip. Here it goes again. Laces his leg through. Now we're into kind of like this front lock. Bridger wants to get his leg out. There he goes. He hops his leg out.
It's tight there on top. Witt looking a little bit high, but
I wonder if we're going to see to swim his arm out, his left arm out right here. Yeah, that's a well-fought escape by Bridger Riggs.
Riding time sitting about 38 seconds for Witt.
Now right here, I mean, where you earn an escape here in the first 30 or so seconds. Oh, nice job throwing by.
Nothing.
Gets behind, but man, look at that scramble. That looked like a fish out of water. Witt just kind of threw his body and ended up in a scramble position and gets behind Bridger. Nothing yet. No takedown. He spins. Nothing
Still
yet.
Nothing.
If he can keep moving, and he gives him a 3-point takedown. Witt scores that. Because we're still scrambling. I mean, some of the fans are saying, hey, boo, boo.
Coach Hall doesn't have a brick. I don't know if he's going to throw it, but
I want to say, did the ref wave off the takedown? Because now he's calling neutral. So he wove off.
they're fixing the score, it looks like.
Okay, so, okay. Yeah, Bridger never really, I mean, he had a lock at the back of Witt's knee and then ended up rolling through, and I think the ref was like, I don't think Witt had full control like we thought he did. So I'm going to look over here, see if coaches want to contest that, but doesn't look like they're going to.
Both guys getting to offense, some good scrambling. No official takedown yet.
Well, with that go behind that Witt pulled, you know, Bridger ended up on his feet, and I'm like, okay, you know if he gets tripped down or taken down, returned to the mat, that's a 3-point takedown, and Bridger timed a Granby roll rather well to dive up underneath legs and survives that round where Riggs comes away with a lead, 1-0, but which turn here in the third period to go down.
Score 1-0 in favor of Ricks.
Oh, big lift. And return, but then a high hip. Witt's got some funky hips, man.
Yeah, it's not, normal to stand up and reach back like that. He does again.
Yeah, that's so strange. He reached back, and I think that gave Bridger the opportunity to, like, lock up and really do a heavy return, but, he's right back up, earns that escape. So 1:30 here in the third period. A takedown's going to make all the difference in the world here, right, Chasen?
Yeah, it's coming down to it. No stall warnings on either guy. Witt currently doing a good job keeping his butt to the center, controlling the mat.
Oh, and a nice jump behind. That's a 3-point takedown as we go out of bounds.
Oh, Coach Blanc reaching for the brick, and he throws it.
Bridger, nice redirect, trips him out of bounds. And that is being contested, that takedown. But Rick's doing just enough.
Was it out of bounds? Is that what he's wondering?
No, because their feet were both in. We're going to look here while Ricks gets his tricep. He looks like he had a little bit of cramp. Taking a breather here.
Throwing a brick this early in the duel.
Oh, it's a bold strategy. But you know what? Like with your highest ranked wrestler on the mat, might be something you want to do.
Yeah, especially looking at getting upset. They're gonna give him the takedown and take away the brick.
Right, here's this replay. Oh, we've gone to. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that replay, but no, great job. Bridger Ricks does just enough to.
Hey, there's a lot of time on the clock. Witt with a pretty quick escape last go around. Ricks looking to be stickier.
Yeah, Bridger's got to wrestle smart here.
Escape brings it 2-4. Still in favor of Ricks, but Witt hunting for a takedown. 30 seconds.
Again, no stall warnings for either wrestler, but right here you see Witt just really controlling the mat. Butts in the middle here, Ricks on the edge.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught here, but Bridger's, again, he's digging his own offense. Another duck under
look
slash
for that
IC.
peak, but nothing.
10 seconds here. So Bridger, 10 seconds, he's got to stay low, keep his hands close to the mat, fight hand control, win that head position. You know, when
the stall warning as time winds down.
I'll say 10 seconds as you're trying to, like, hey, manage time. Feels like eternity. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, my God.
And the guy's hunting for you.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Well, hey, here we go on senior night. Bridger Ricks, the senior, upsets number 19 ranked Ezekiel Witt.
That's the type of exclamation point you want to put on a senior season.
Yeah, upset. Can't complain there. Number 30 takes out number 19. So Rick's just looking to climb those rankings, and this matters, Sam, once we get into the postseason when you're competing at the Big 12 tournament and looking to get qualified for nationals. This is important.
All right, up next here at 133 pounds from North Dakota State, we got Tristan Daughtry going up against stud freshman wrestler, true freshman, Geronimo Rivera, right out of Utah here. Freshman stud, had some upsets.
Yeah, notably over Zan Fugit, a returning All-American for Wisconsin. Geronimo took him out when they dueled there in Madison. He's going against Tristan Daughtry, though, a seasoned athlete. Spent 4 seasons at Buffalo at 125 pounds. Bumped up to 33s. Was a qualifier last year at the NCAAs. So he's been around.
Looks like an eye poke there.
Yeah, ref stops it. It's hard to wrestle with a poked out eyeball.
Yeah, your vision's all blurry, your eyes watering. I feel like you don't got much time either.
Yeah, they're like,
are you ready?
Rub some dirt
You
in
ready?
it,
You
come
ready?
back, yeah.
So Geronimo, right off the bat, you see both guys, very intense, nice hand fight going on right here in the middle. Nice fake there. Got feet moving. Not enough level change or penetration. Geronimo's quick, man.
Yeah, he's got some really good movement. He's good at changing levels. Notice how he dropped to a knee. He comes up high, drops back to a knee, fakes.
Ooh. Had some good penetration and a low ankle, but unfortunately went out of bounds for North Dakota.
Geronimo, another local product out of Layton High School here in Utah.
.30 seconds here.
Coach Hall urging G to pick his pace up. Big step here.
Big step, wizard position. Geronimo literally just putting his hip down to the mat. Almost a leg coming in here. Geronimo's got to step, keep that from coming inside. Interesting.
That'll be it for the first period, but it's close, but no takedown.
No takedown. Ended up in a whizzer.
North Dakota is going to defer here. Utah Valley goes bottom.
Rather evenly matched there in the first period, chasing second and third. I mean, if it's like we saw at 125 pounds, you know this is going to go down, and shoot, escape or a takedown is all the difference in the match.
Geronimo quick to his feet. Doherty kind of runs him out of bounds. Ref was telling him to return there, though. It's incumbent on the top athlete to return to the mat, or else, you know, you get deemed for stalling.
Tripod here.
Geronimo gets that hand away, hip heist out.
Nice earned escape there.
90 seconds. Doherty, some offense of his own there on the edge.
Right there was he had a little offense, but it was almost like Geronimo fed him his hip hard coming to the outside here. So all right. Got a fresh start here in the middle. Fingers like that was like a mercy war there. Fingers intertwined as they were trying to, I think both guys were trying to get him unhooked.
$20 seconds.
Straight shot. Geronimo does a good job. Hips go down and away. Shot again and
Short
again.
time here.
G was trying to jump to his side and again get an angle. So short time, he's going to just wrap the chest and waist, bear hug that to avoid that takedown. Doherty goes down. Kind of a crab ride, elevate out.
Yeah, Doherty, good job getting to his feet. He had a hand isolated, and Geronimo got to his lock, and they kind of ran out of bounds. Riding time only at 6 seconds.
Okay,
looking for a tilt here.
2-on-1 to a tilt. Now he's throwing legs in, but he's got to stay back, which does a good job. He throws a leg in, but then stays back on the hips, kind of a cross-body leg ride.
Now Doherty doing all the right things, got a lot of movement, but Geronimo currently with all the answers here.
You stay tough enough on top, that can win matches, and certainly Geronimo doing what it takes right now. Again, sits down into a sort of a crab ride now, into a spiral, back up on our feet. Oh, not letting it go. Uh-oh. Okay.
Got into kind of a tussle there, and Doherty kicks out. That'll be one escape.
Straight shot, kind of dives down and just bull rushes. So we end up kind of head-to-head, chest-to-chest, shoulder-to-shoulder.
Yeah, it's kind of the MO for Geronimo this match, is shooting him off on the edge, but not quite going out. 44 seconds, scores tied 1-1, riding time not a factor.
Plenty of time for both guys to get to their offense with the right setup, with the right motion. A takedown makes all the difference here. Doherty double under here, digging. Geronimo gathers them together, so now has his elbows pinched. Oh, stall warning on Geronimo. Not enough action. So with 12 seconds left, we return to the center. Jason, what are your thoughts on, like, hey, you got 40 seconds in the third, or do you go, hey, I'm going to be smart, let's go for sudden victory?
I mean, you never really want to force something unless you have to, and I think these guys kind of know that. Both have been in danger. Both have been almost taken down this match. So we'll go into overtime. Takedown wins it, 2 minutes on the clock.
We've seen nicely, okay, an underhook into a shot. Geronimo with that chest wrap. Doesn't wait. Doherty didn't waste any time, just putting his offense together, and comes away with that sudden victory. Takedown. So he wins the match by takedown here in sudden victory. Team scores 3-3. That's a tough fought match, huh, Jason?
Yeah, both guys had some good looks. I mean, Doherty, seasoned athlete, gets right to it in overtime, gets to that underhook, hits a shot.